What is it?
The stuff that dreams are made of.
Huh?
I'm ready for my close-up. I think I'm ready for my close-up. Guys, welcome to the show. It's At the Movies. I'm Gus Mollasis. I have a great guest, Roxy Baker, who's been on a number of times.
Yes.
I think not your first time. It's not your first rodeo.
Not my first rodeo, no.
We're going to go through a whole kind of list of cool movies. So there's a theme to this show. I'm thankful for my family, my friends, my faith, my freedom, and film, the 5 Fs. We do one more F, and we're off of Facebook. Am I thankful for Facebook? I guess I am to some degree. They haven't totally canceled me, and I'm in like every vaccinated country. I'm like canceled it.
Right. Well, maybe Meta will like you more.
Oh, Meta, yeah, Meta. Is that the real name now? Is it Meta? Is that the going name?
I guess.
Anyway, we're going to talk movies tonight. Roxy, it's always great to have you here. I like to do these retros, but next week we're not on.
Mm-hmm.
And in a couple weeks, I have an event. You have an event.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have another event. We have a cool event associated with the Sarasota State Auction Trading Company. It's really a cool thing. I'm glad Sarasota Film Society is co-producing this with us. We're going to be playing Saving Private Ryan.
Nice.
This celebrates D-Day and the sacrifice of D-Day, but it celebrates it on Pearl Harbor Day, which really is when America was brought into the war.
Sure.
When America was awakened,
Mm-hmm.
and in 1944 on D-Day, June 6th, it all came down. And it's just, I want everybody to see that film. We'll tell you the details a little bit. We're going to have a couple more shows before then. But I just really want people to support this, because without that show of sacrifice, there is no this.
Right.
There's no auctions. There's no
Right.
me watching the Red Wings tonight at 10 o'clock. The great Larkin, the great Lucas Raymond, the great Bertuzzi. That's for you, Jay. I want him to score 3 goals each. No, but seriously, we take our freedoms for granted. That's the day that the guys laid it on the line, and it's just it's a hard film to watch.
It is.
But it's a hard film not to watch.
Yeah.
And I absolutely cried during that film.
Me too.
And I don't cry during this film, although this is an emotional film. One of the films I'm thankful for, and then I'm gonna do mine, and then you're gonna have yours. This is one of my favorite films of all time. It's about Hollywood, and I like old Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I really respect that era. You like you like the new stuff too, and I do too. I like the stuff that really rocks my world and makes me like Parasite and Uncut Gems and stuff like that. Lucky.
Yeah.
You know, small little films, but Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
With I said I was getting ready for my close-up. Gloria Swanson didn't win an Oscar, nor did Bette Davis that same year for All About Eve. But Billy Wilder, arguably the most talented person of the last century in Hollywood.
Definitely.
Writer, director.
Definitely.
What do you think of can you imagine now somebody said this is boring and it needs to be colorized?
Oh, no way. I mean, there's such beauty in black and white. I mean, we're going to talk about Belfast. It's one of the charms of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk about Belfast, which is Kenneth Branagh's film. And I did read your review, and you mentioned All Is True, the Shakespearean film, which is another film that people didn't see.
Right.
And I hate when that happens. But this scene with Gloria Swanson this is so well written, and it's so well photographed, and there are great stars in this film.
Yeah.
And I want to hold that thought, because I want to talk about another film a little bit as a sidebar, which has a lot of stars in it. The French Dispatch. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just because you put stars in doesn't mean it warrants the use of them.
Agreed. Or maybe you put too many in.
You put too many. It's like we're talking with Jay.
Sure.
We both love Ed Norton.
Yeah.
I love Ed Norton, especially in this little film called Rounders with Matt Damon and him. They sing. They play off of each other.
Yeah.
Ed Norton has more lines on the red carpet with me, and there were only 3 at the Sarasota Film Festival many years ago.
Yeah.
In this movie,
Yeah.
I was so frustrated.
I know, I love him.
Because he's as good as it
and
gets.
I love Jason Schwartzman too.
Yeah, he's kind of
who's in it for 2 seconds and was a writer in it.
Saoirse Ronan has got a small part too.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, there's like so many Oscar winners. But without further ado, let's go to the great Gloria Swanson. This is one of my films I'm most thankful for. I think it's the greatest film about Hollywood ever. Billy Wilder, Cooking with Gas with the great Gloria Swanson and William Holden.
2 or 3 times a week, Max would haul up that enormous oil painting that had been presented to her by some Nevada Chamber of Commerce. And we'd see a movie, right in her living room. So much nicer than going out, she'd say. The plain fact was she was afraid of that world outside. Afraid it would remind her that time had passed. They were silent movies, and Max would run the projection machine, which was just as well. It kept him from giving us an accompaniment on that wheezing organ. She'd sit very close to me, and she'd smell of tube roses, which is not my favorite perfume, not by a long shot. Sometimes, as we watched, she'd clutch my arm or my hand, forgetting she was my employer, just becoming a fan, excited about that actress up there on the screen. I guess I don't have to tell you who the star was. They were always her pictures. That's all she wanted to see.
Still wonderful, isn't it? And no dialogue. We didn't need dialogue. We had faces. There just aren't any faces like that anymore. Maybe one, Garbo. Those idiot producers. Those imbeciles. Haven't they got any eyes? Have they forgotten what a star looks like? I'll show them. I'll be up there again, so help me.
That's what I do every night. We didn't need dialogue, right? We had faces.
Yeah.
It's just such a great film.
It's quiet
Yeah.
in moments, and that's what you need in movies. You need quiet and like stillness sometimes to create a mood, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's Eric Van Stroheim, who is a silent movie director who actually discovered Gloria Swanson. There's a little hidden behind the little money ball, if you will, behind the scenes. That's Queen Kelly, I believe, from the silent movie era. I just love that scene.
Yeah, and then also like Hedda Hopper was in it, so it was almost like a wink, wink on the whole industry.
Yeah, Hedda Hopper, and also
Cecil B. DeMille.
Yeah, Cecil B. DeMille is a wonderful. And you have H.B. Warner and some other character players, and you have the great silent movie comic Buster Keaton.
Yeah,
and they're all around playing.
Yeah, they're playing a card game.
They're playing cards. It's just a beautiful film.
It is.
See it on the big screen if you can. You saw this small little film, and I actually interviewed the director of this film for a Zoom class.
Andrew Ahn, right?
Yeah. No, not the director. The screenwriter.
The screenwriter.
The screenwriter.
Yeah.
But for a Zoom class, she participated. It was really a lot of fun. It's a small Brian Dennehy's last film.
Yes.
Set the folks up why this appeals to you. It's a small little film. It's kind of the kind of film that you and I kind of gravitate toward.
So you asked me films I'm thankful for, and I automatically thought of this one because during I call it the high COVID times, like when we were literally inside, like you couldn't do stuff. I just found this such an oasis. Like sometimes we need a movie for that, just to get away from the news and the bad things.
Right.
And this was that movie, and it's about a sister who's died, and then the other sister brings her son to clean out the house and get it ready. And then next door lives this old veteran who's sort of sad too. He's a widower.
Yes.
And then they end up making a connection. But I just thought it was a gorgeous film. The music was beautiful. Everything about it was just gorgeous.
And it's a quiet movie, as you said before. And there's it's exactly the kind of film, like you said, you needed during this time.
Yeah.
About healing and reaching out with love, and really not just embracing our differences, but really meaning it.
And across generations. I mean, this old man, Brian Dennehy, makes friends with this young boy who's sort of lonely. He's sort of displaced. you know, and it's beautiful.
No, it is. It's a great last epitaph for Mr. Dennehy,
Yes.
who was a veteran of many, many films and Broadway as well. The great Driveways from 2019. If I can't believe I'm saying that, it's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Where did the last 2 years go? Let's take a look at Driveways. We're not.
Cody, don't come in here.
Yes, I'm her sister. She passed away.
No, I just need 4 days of electricity while I pack up her house.
The other way. Other way.
Is my son bothering you?
No.
Well, he's not supposed to talk to strangers, so.
Good idea.
Alrighty, folks, here's your first one.
You were supposed to pick me up, remember?
Christ, they still let you drive?
Oh, come on.
This is Brandon, and this is Reese. Say hi to Cody.
Hi, Cody.
Where are you?
We're away.
Where?
Disneyland.
Okay. Tell Cody I say hi.
Oh. My.
I just don't know. I don't know what to do.
Let's wrestle. Get up.
Can I take a peek inside? After all these years, I never got a chance to look.
Who's Vera?
My wife?
Is she dead?
Yep. She did a lot of little things I never noticed till she was gone.
Help!
People things, you know, keeping in touch with people.
These yours?
My neighbors. She knew everybody's birthday. You know what I wish? I wish we could do that all over again. Maybe be a little more deliberate. Take our time. Take a good look at stuff.
Thank you, Mia. We're back, and you reminded me in the break there. Just a real poignant little film.
I love it. And the Independent Spirit Awards, I love them because they recognize these small films that got nominated for Best Screenplay. Didn't win, but at least it got nominated. And that's where these little nuggets sometimes get some, attention.
Exactly. They get the attention they deserve. That's Hannah Bose, right? And that's the lady I interviewed. She was in our Zoom thing. It was really cool with the.
Wow.
It was my ladies group. It used to be my wine group.
Yeah.
From Michigan, but it was really poignant because they were talking about the trials and tribulations of making something like that.
Yeah.
How hard it is to do, and they just couldn't say enough about the cast and Brian Dennehy and how happy he was to do that. I'm going to go to. I want to thank our sponsors because without this is all about Thanksgiving. This is going to rerun next week. Couldn't do the show without the great Mark Palmer. Mark and I have worked producing things in the past. We did a great James Bond bit on it was a 2-day shoot. There was a hoot with a James Bond lookalike who's fabulous. Who's fabulous. But Mark does a lot of great work, and without him, we could not do this show. And I enjoy any time we can. He helped me produce the Diamonds Along the Highway.
Mm-hmm.
Without his kindness and his acumen. But we have a reel of Mark, and then I want to thank the rest of the sponsors too. I want to thank, before we go to Mark's clip, let me thank Bookstore One, which is your wonderful stomping grounds over there, the great Palm Avenue and Main Street, Georgia Court, great bookstore. The books that are in the house right now, you can get.
Yeah.
If they're on the boat in China.
No, we're well stocked for the holidays.
You're well stocked for the holidays, good. And Eric is our a mechanic at large behind Livingston's. And your car's still running, guys? Still good? We'll go back and see him. And, of course, Sarasota Estate Auction and Trading Company. A big auction is coming up in December 11th and 12th. How many items, Mia?
1,600.
1,600.
Wow.
That's a couple
Holy
day work.
That's a lot.
They're all going to be in there, and you can bid on every single one of them. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk a little bit about an event we're going to do that week before the auction. But let's go to the clip of Mark Palmer and the great Mars Vision Productions, what they do here. Let's take a look. Good stuff. Santa Claus knows where to go for the good
Beautiful
shots.
aerial shots.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Mark knows what he's doing. He's been around a camera a long time.
Gorgeous.
Great editor, great shooter. Joy to be here with him and this great crew. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. You and I hardly ever disagree on a film. The only reason, I'm just going to hold my fire. But Belfast is a film that I kind of ran to after French Dispatch.
That's a good idea.
And see there.
I agree with you there.
Jay and I are like Jay and Mia, who are just so delightful. But Jay summed it up because the script did not match up to the star power. I thought that was a great way of putting it.
Yes.
And then I wrote this real long review for my class. It was like overdone because I was comparing it to like Citizen Kane, and I'm going, "What the hell am I doing?" I like threw this guy, but he's like kind of the boy genius, Wes Anderson.
He really is, and I've loved all of his movies and been moved by most. Yes.
Really, I'm never.
Oh yeah.
I'm never moved though. I'm never really moved to the point of like the whole spectrum.
Even Isle of Dogs, the animation.
I didn't see that. So,
I almost cried.
Okay. Well. Okay.
I'm serious.
So now tell me about Belfast. Is Kenneth Branagh.
Yes.
And I went like heading into this. It's a 97-minute film, which is a tight film, short.
Yeah.
It's got my man in there, Van Morrison, and about 10 tunes. So 10 tunes times about.
You're seduced by Van.
I am seduced. I am seduced. I could really make that dirty, but I won't, because I'll be canceled.
Okay,
so Kenneth Branagh, the cast is in it, introducing young boy.
Yes.
So tell me what worked and didn't work for you.
Okay. I appreciate the fact that it's sort of based on his life story. Kenneth Branagh, his parents
leaving
left,
Belfast to go to England.
the troubles, and got the heck out of there. I thought it was gorgeous to watch.
Okay.
The shots are gorgeous. The black and white's gorgeous. I like the reverse Wizard of Oz. We start in color, we go to black and white, we come back to color. I like all that.
Right.
It just was not moving enough to me, and I thought it could be, and I just felt it was fable-ish. It was too fairy tale-like. It was like, come on, dude, dig into it. I mean, I was ready, and then I just was like,
you didn't say, come on, dude, did you?
Kenneth.
At least say
I said Kenneth.
At least say it with a British accent. Come on, dude, give me another Kenneth.
I can't do an Irish brogue.
No.
But I mean, it was too overhyped. Everyone said.
So you know what you're guilty of. You had too high expectations.
That's what happened.
Okay.
And you, Gus, what did you think?
I don't usually read the reviews because now I have my class. I scheduled it, and I don't read anybody's review before I go in.
Right.
I will go see it at the end to kind of check myself against your review. I wept at great parts of this because of, and here's the part that really got me, the hatred that there is in the world.
Okay. Yeah.
The way they showed it, and the little boy. This innocent, beautiful
adorable.
little boy. And I love the mother. She was the mom in Ford versus Ferrari, and she's in a show.
Gorgeous.
She's in one of the TV shows.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
She's an English actress. She's an Irish actress. She's fabulous.
Yeah, she's Irish too.
She's unbelievable.
Yeah. You know who was the moving parts for me? And
the grandfather.
Of course, yeah, the grandfather and Judi Dench. I mean,
so what I'm saying is you piece it together in your mind's eye now.
Yeah.
I was just very moved by the sense of Protestant, Catholic, rooting for the same team in essence. Here's the problem I had. Here's what really hit me.
Okay.
I live on this planet, and I have been ridiculed myself and I won't even go into what I went through this week. I had somebody revisit an attack they made on me on Facebook.
Boy.
The hatred that's out there.
Right.
And the hatred that was out there toward this little boy, or toward the people, toward the opposing side.
And pulling them in and saying, you got to be against.
And I thought it was so effective. Yeah. They had me at the first shot.
Yeah.
And I will go back and revisit, but it was very, very, I thought Van was a great pause in it.
Oh,
it was a beautiful, I even like the little scene at the wake, it's a little kind of, it's a little, maybe to some over the top. It worked for me.
Yeah.
And I like something like 100 minutes. It's like my friend Lorenzo, he loves The Irishman. It's like The Irishman's like 600 minutes. This is 97 minutes.
Yeah. It's pretty to watch.
Yeah.
And Jamie Dornan, the man, is gorgeous too. It was just
he plays the dad who's it's based on I think it was wonderful in a lot of ways. But I'll go back and I'll revisit it.
I didn't dislike it. I just didn't like it as much as I wanted to.
You had high expectations. That's what I tell my class not to have, high expectations. I said keep the low expectations
low.
No
great expectations.
And then when you come in, you go, hey, it was worth $10.
Right.
Let's go to the Belfast 2021, the great Kenneth Branagh.
We all have a story to tell. But what makes each one different is not how the story ends, but rather the place where it begins. Holy God.
Mama says if we went across the water, they wouldn't understand the way we talk.
If they can't understand you, then they're not listening. You know who you are, don't you? You're Buddy from Belfast, where everybody knows you.
Hey, Buddy! Your mom's calling you, yes!
We're looking to cleanse the community a wee bit. You wouldn't want to be the odd man out in the street. Touch my family and I'll kill you.
Are we gonna have to leave Belfast?
We'll fight this together.
This is it? This is what?
This is war.
We're living in a civil war.
What do you want?
I want my family with me. I want you. Kids the same age as ours are getting killed. We can give these boys a better chance than we ever had.
I know nothing else but Belfast.
Go now. Don't look back.
Thank you, Mia. And I got to mention my Greek boy here, the cinematographer, Hadis. And, I can butcher Greek name as much as anybody. Zamporakoukos. Zambaralukis.
Okay.
Anyway, he also did a film that you know I love, Locke.
Ah.
Locke, which is the film about the great Thomas Hardy, and his whole life changes in a car. The whole film is shot in a car.
Right.
You know, some people say, oh my God, that's boring. It's so stunning.
And we wanted to mention Kenneth Branagh's All Is True, which he
Oh.
directed. That was fabulous.
All Is True is his ode to Shakespeare. Again,
Amazing.
He had the whole, you know, I love talent like that. You know, I'm going to revisit. I'm going to see if I was right or wrong or whatever.
No, you can like it.
I loved it. This time of year, Thanksgiving, it's about going home. Are you going up to New York? You're going to see your son before Thanksgiving?
Yes.
It's always about the journey, right? Trying to get there.
Right.
And I've had some of these planes, trains, and automobiles kind of journeys where you never think you're going to get home and you're stranded.
I'm hoping Allegiant gets me there.
And
shout out to my friend Jane who's watching too. That's really
Jane,
nice.
thanks for watching.
That's very nice. She's in Rochester too.
Rochester. Let's take a quick view of John Hughes' masterpiece with the great, great, great John Candy and Steve Martin. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, about going home Thanksgiving.
During holiday travel, some people get delirious. Some get delayed. And some get Del Griffin.
American Light and Fixture, Director of Sales, Shower Curtain Ring Division.
Neil Page got all three.
I was on my way home to spend a nice holiday with my family. Instead, I'm in a motel bed with a stranger.
So instead of Thanksgiving with his family, he's spending 3 days with the turkey.
Two happy clams just whistling down the road.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, they're the Marconi family.
Paramount Pictures presents Steve Martin.
Ever been to Hawaii? Yeah. You see Don Ho while you were there? See the second show, that's the best one. Is that right? Yeah.
John Candy.
Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
In a new film by John Hughes. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
See that Bears game last week? Yeah, hell of a game, hell of a game.
Those Aren't Pillows is a joy. That is a joy.
It is a joy.
A movie, again, makes you laugh, cry, and think.
Yes.
And, you know, someone asked me the other day, and I like Chris Farley, and he was a kind of big actor.
Sure.
John Candy or Chris Farley, this guy was special.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, Farley was, you know, but this film, just for this alone.
Yes.
Uncle Buck, he was a sensitive guy, Chicago guy, and, you know, you felt the pathos with him, the sadness.
Yes.
You were doing a real cool event. We had, Mia, what did we have Gucci-wise? We had Giambelli. Who did we have? We had Mr. Gittardi. We had Francesco Gittardi, who was the House of Gucci. He was like a real good friend. He was also an executive in Gucci, and we had a number of his items over at Andrew's auction. And I got a couple things. I got a hanky, a tie, and a hanky.
Nice.
Which I'm glad I have, because that's like old school.
Oh, for sure.
So you're going to be hosting House of Gucci with the fabulous Lady Gaga,
Yes.
Pacino.
Adam Driver, Jay Leto, who doesn't even look recognizable.
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, Jared Leno, but also Adam Driver. He's Mia's favorite.
It's good. It's perfect casting, because I read the book by Sarah Gay Forden.
Okay.
And it's just perfect casting. Perfect.
It looks really, really well done and well casted. To me, after the screenplay, casting is the most important thing.
Yeah, and Becky Johnston is the screenwriter, and she got nominated for Prince of Tides way back when.
Oh, Prince of Tides is great.
So she's a good
Barbra
screenwriter.
Streisand and Mr. Nolte.
Yeah.
Nolte.
Yeah.
Great therapist movie. If you are looking for one.
Yeah, I'm hoping this will be great. I'm hoping.
So you're doing it when?
November 28th. It's the first matinee. It'll probably be a 1-ish time.
November 28th is what day?
It's a Sunday.
So it's Sunday, the Thanksgiving weekend.
Yes.
So after Black Friday, you know.
Yeah. Come see White Roxy.
Wow, can you say that?
Caucasian.
After Black Friday, come see White Roxy.
Hey.
Can't we just get along? Take a look at the House of Gucci. That's funny. That's good. That's good.
It was a name that sounded so sweet, so seductive. Synonymous with worth, style, power. But that name was a curse too.
I've been a Gucci all my life.
Your name is in the history books.
Paolo, you are Gucci. You need to dress the part.
It's chic.
Gucci needs new blood. It's time to take out the trash.
They're my family.
So am I.
You picked a real firecracker.
She's a handful.
Bravo. I don't consider myself to be a particularly ethical person, but I am fair.
Can you keep a secret?
Father, son, and house of Gucci.
All right, supposedly she stayed in character for 18 months doing the Italian.
Gaga did?
Yeah, but I've heard some people say she's not that great at it.
She stayed in character. What do you mean? She would go like to Starbucks and
She
go,
did
I'm
it-
Gucci?
Yeah, she did like a Daniel Day-Lewis where she walked around like...
I don't know if Daniel Day-Lewis does that, does he? Like if he went around as Lincoln, he would go...
Phantom Thread, he was...
Yeah, he's like...
sewing things.
Come on.
I know, it sounds ridiculous.
With Tony Bennett, who she's been...
But she's so eccentric, she may.
She looks, I tell you what, she fits the part.
She does.
She's a paisan anyway. She's Italian,
Yeah.
and she lives that life. So I think that's believable.
I think so too.
I hope it's a great film for you because you deserve that. And you read the book.
Yes.
Don't read the book during the movie, kids.
No.
You know, just go one medium at a time. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Sunday the 28th.
Yes.
Burns Court, 1 o'clock. Roxy do Q&A intro. House of Gucci, you can wear it. You can dress up for it. I'm gonna wear some Gucci.
Find some fur.
Find some fur. As Johnny would say, I'm not touching that line. One of the cool things about living in this town is one of my favorite spots is where you're gonna be doing that show.
Mm-hmm.
Burns Court. Right next door is the great Owens Fish Camp. Someday they're going to make it. People are waiting in line like from last week. Can we get in? I tell them it's closed.
I know.
And Andrew's Place over there, Sarasota State Auction Trading Company, we are doing a great, great auction coming up December 11th and 12th. But on the 7th we have, thank you, Mia. No, that's okay. I can do this. These are the autographs that we're going to be auctioning. Where are they going to come up, Mia?
This is offered on the 11th on day one.
Oh, this is a day one. So these are 5 autographs. One of them is Spielberg. One of them is Hanks.
Wow.
And what is this one? I forgot. This is Hanks and Damon, right?
I think so.
Nice.
And then
There's a Vin Diesel in there.
a Vin Diesel, and then there's a Hanks alone. Yeah. You know, I always think, which one would you want? You know, but they're all going to be different lots. We're going to bring them over to the theater. But they're going day one, Saturday the 11th. But on the 7th, we're showing Saving Private Ryan. Veterans free. Veterans get in free. The ticket prices are $15. You get a beer or wine or soft drink with your ticket.
Nice.
And it's going to be, we'll do a brief Q&A. It's a long movie, but we'll set it up. Guys, we were able to do all this stuff because these guys sacrificed.
I'm definitely going.
And it's just a real great, great honor to be associated with, you know, to be doing this film on December 7th.
Yeah.
Because that represents the end of the war, coming to an end, at least turning the corner. December 7th was our way into the war.
And shout out to Larry Singer. You met him.
Yes.
He worked on the sound for this
Oh my
movie.
God, is he still in town?
Yes.
I'd love to have him on. Why don't you bring him
know.
on? Let's invite Larry out. Matter of fact, invite him to the auction.
Okay.
Please come out and see this. The tickets are available at Burns Court on their website. You can get them the day of the show, 6 o'clock. So it's not like it's 11 o'clock.
Right.
It's you can see it. It's going to be a great. Andrew will be there.
Beautiful.
A lot of us, it's just going to be a great event.
I think Spielberg's best movie. Don't you think?
It's right there. I think there's two movies for me that are always going to be the obituary when he passes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about this, there's so many. E.T., of course, Jaws. These are all landmark films. Raiders, big film. Close Encounters. I'm leaving off huge films. Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List are for humanity the most important things he ever left behind. And the Shoah Project. Yeah. This is what it's all about, guys. Again, this is about a time we have to remember that these people sacrificed for us. Please come and see this and support Burns Court, Sarasota Film Society. Thank you for doing this. Andrew, thank you for supporting it. Thank you. Mark Caragiullo, I think, is going to be on board and do something with us. Mia, great job on that. And can we see the autographs one more time? One, yeah. There's 5 different ones. And which one would you want, Mia?
I think the Hanks one.
The Hanks and Matt Damon?
Yeah, I think so.
The two?
I like what it says.
Over and some of them are on like, oh yeah, one mission. Our mission is a man. Yeah, yeah, that is cool. So it's cool. It's really a nice thing.
What a great community we live in, really.
Yeah, thank God we have the arts, right?
Yeah.
And it's arts matter and everything matters. Roxy, thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you. I'm blessed to have you in my life.
I'm blessed to have you, and even
you.
when we disagree. Can't we all get along? I am doing a little event on I almost said May 2nd, but that's only 6 months difference, right? December 2nd,
right.
I'm doing a event at Burns Court, and we're going to close on one of the great Christmas movies of all time. And it is it's not just a Christmas movie. It's Judy Garland, and it's about a family going home and celebrating family. December 2nd, 11 a.m. For those of you that are Burns Court Film Society members, it's free.
Yeah.
We'll do a Q&A. We'll set it up. 11 o'clock. The iconic word is overused, as good as it gets. Judy Garland singing, "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." Have yourself a thankful Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here.
Thanks,
we'll see you guys at the movies.
That's all right.
A merry little Christmas, let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away. Once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who were dear to us will be near to us once more. Someday soon